Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea transfer news. Look, not much has happened in regards to Xavi Simons and Jorel Hato, but there's been other news that's been popping off. As you can see on the picture, Kenan Yildiz. We're going to talk about this player, why this is materialized. I mean, look, we don't know yet if it's legitimate, links that has happened because the source I'm not too comfortable with, but we need to talk about it because nothing in life is a certainty, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I have learned the transfer business over the last few years. Is that things that you think that it's going to happen, it's imminent. Sometimes it doesn't end up happening that way. So this is why I think Kenan Yıldız, he's been in our list. He's definitely been on our list. So we're going to talk about that. There's talks in regards to Raheem Sterling. There's talks in regards to Kenan Dewsbury-Hall. Fulham are in pursuit, but apparently not in a full transfer. They're looking for a loan move, not an absolute buy transfer. And there's other bits and pieces that's floating around. Estevao Willian news as well. Some Joao Felix news as well. Now, let's start things off from here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what is going on from this news. I mean, PYS, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following him, make sure you do follow PYS on X. This is what he said. Unconfirmed reports overnight that Chelsea have seen a 55 million bid turned down for Yildiz. Now, before we get into the news, we have to say, I mean, look, I'm not someone that watches Juventus religiously. I know a lot of you guys watch Serie A and you watch Juventus quite religiously and you've got a better knowledge on Yildiz. But I have seen Yildiz in the Club World Cup and this guy looks like a very, very good player. Very good player. Scored a couple of really nice goals in the Club World Cup. And someone definitely who's fields, definitely will fit our bill of what we are trying to do in the attacking sense. Versatile forward, half space, out wide, number 10. I don't know whether he can play as a false nine. I haven't seen him, but he can definitely operate in those areas and be very, very fluid. And technical ability in abundance. His footballing knowledge, his IQ is very good. Shooting technique is very good. He's a top player. There's no doubts about that. Very, very top player. And one of the most important players for Juventus as well. So I don't know how much Juventus will be open to selling him, but these Italian clubs, they're always looking out for some money because financially they're not doing well. Now, let's have a look at the news that's coming from Forza Juventus. Ultimately, the source is Gazzetta, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really like Gazzetta, but Yildiz has been in our list, in our attacking list. Now, why am I talking about this and why did I mention that nothing in life is a certainty? Xavi Simons, ladies and gentlemen, even though it looks like it should happen, I'm still in full belief that it should happen. But you just never know. Leipzig, ladies and gentlemen, they are very, very adamant that you've got to meet their price tag of £60 million or else, there are other suitors. Xavi Simons doesn't just have Chelsea looking at him. He's got Bayern Munich, potentially even Arsenal, even though I don't think Arsenal's one is that, concrete. But Bayern Munich definitely could come in for someone like Xavi Simons if they don't end up landing Luis Diaz. But then again, they could go for both. They could go for both. So this is why nothing is a certainty until they really hold the Chelsea jersey. So a name like Yildiz, even though the source is Gazzetta and it doesn't give us a lot of confidence, there could be some truth behind it. There definitely can be some truth behind it. So let's have a look at this. Chelsea have submitted 65 million euros offer to sign Kenan Yıldız. Juventus have no intention to accept it, reports, because obviously Juventus value the player a lot. 65 million euros is probably not going to be good enough. As you can see, 55 million bid for Yıldız is probably not the acceptable price that Juventus are looking for. So Juventus probably might want something north of 70 million. So ultimately, even though he's a very, very good player, you're probably more inclined to go towards Xavi Simons because he's a little bit cheaper. So look, either way, I don't mind. Yildiz is a fantastic player. I think he'll fit the bill, no doubts about that. But we have to be concerned as to how much money is going to be required to get someone like Yildiz, because we just don't do that type of transfers anymore. Big money transfer. You're probably going to give him a decent amount of wages as well. He's not going to come in for. I mean, he'll still be within the 150,000 per week wage bracket, but you know, I don't think he's going to be somewhere around 100,000, for instance. So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens. Let me know your thoughts in regards to Kenan Yıldız. For me, look, you always have to have option B, option C, but at the same time, the quality shouldn't diminish. And I think with someone like Kenan Yıldız, if we don't land Xavi Simons, definitely has the quality, but let's see if it actually happens or not. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Fulham have added Sterling to the list of targets, but we'll wait until later in the window. See, this I don't like, man. Wait until later in the window. I don't want someone like Sterling to just linger around. We need the outgoings to leave ASAP. You know, we were in a bit of a momentum. We thought Renato Vega was going to happen, and then all of a sudden, Renato Vega has stalled. Sterling, there's links from Fulham. There's apparently links from Napoli as well. We need these players gone. The new season is just around the corner. It really is. It's just around the corner, and we need these players gone out of Chelsea Football Club ASAP. And on top of that, the rumor is that Fulham, ladies and gentlemen, they're not going for a permanent purchase. They're looking for loans, and we cannot accept loans for players like Sterling. I'm sorry. We need to be able to sell them. Loan slots really should be available for players that we believe can make it to Chelsea one day, or we want to increase the value of those players and then, you know, flip them for profit. Sterling, I think his time's up. We need to find a suitor that can come and get his signature and just take him away from us. Problem is the wages. The wages are a massive, massive sticking problem because Sterling's on big wages. Napoli have been offered the chance to sign Raheem Sterling and have asked on deal conditions. Let's see what they decide. Coming from Fabrizio Romano as well. So look, Napoli, Fulham, come and collect the man. Give us, I think the rumor is we're looking for about £20 million. I think that's decent price for Raheem Sterling. Really is. Still got a bit of quality about him. No doubts. Napoli will definitely benefit with a player like Raheem Sterling, but is Sterling open to a move away from UK? I don't know. He does want to stick around in London. He's got family. This was one of the reasons why he came to Chelsea Football Club. Another reason why he went to Arsenal, to stay in London. This is why Fulham's getting linked. I'd love to see Crystal Palace getting the mix. I think if Crystal Palace can get in the mix, that will be a very, very good club for Raheem Sterling to go to. But the bottom line is permanent sale is required. We don't do loan deals for these type of players anymore. And we shouldn't, really shouldn't. Fulham to approach Chelsea over Dewsbury-Hall as well. Look, once again, surplus to requirements. Really is surplus to requirements. And as much as Dewsbury-Hall has done, you know, quietly well last season, especially in the Conference League, whenever we needed him, he's put on some level of service. But there is no space. We got Lavia, we got Caicedo, we got Enzo Fernandez, we got Andre Santos. There is literally no more space in midfield. Someone like Kenan Dewsbury-Hall next season, even with all the competitions that we have, I don't think there's any room for Dewsbury-Hall to get any type of minutes. So for Dewsbury-Hall, for your career's concern, it's time you need to move on. And once again, these players, come on. Let's get a move on. You need to find a way out of Chelsea Football Club. I get it. Dewsbury-Hall was involved in Club World Cup, so he's on holidays at the moment, but his agents needs to hurry up. We're now end of July. August is upon us. New season is upon us. Players need to move on. Benfica are going big on Joao Felix. They're working on a deal with Jorge Mendes, and Chelsea, it depends on exit conditions, but player is keen. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's go. Jorge Mendes. Start negotiating. Get the ball rolling. Over the next week, I'd like to see Joao Felix permanently. No more loans. No more loans. It's a sorry state. It didn't work out. Joao Felix has no future at Chelsea Football Club. He needs to rekindle his career. Going back to the roots of Benfica might just do that. His stocks are all-time low. With the World Cup coming around the corner, Joao Felix wants to play on a regular basis. And yes, Benfica, perfect opportunity for him to go back to the roots where it all started. And hopefully you can rekindle your career. And Chelsea, hopefully we can get a decent amount of fee. Once again, I think we're looking at somewhere in the range of 20 to 30 million. And that'll be good. That'll be somewhat good. I don't know whether we are looking for even more. Maybe we're looking for more. But the bottom line, let's get this deal done as well. Jorge Mendes, please, never ever do this again. This only happened because of Conor Gallagher at Atletico Madrid. And it looks like Conor Gallagher at Atletico Madrid might be on the outer. All because Atletico Madrid will not get Conor Gallagher if you don't, take Joao Felix. Oh, well, we were going for Omar Dion. That never ended up happening. And we had to get Joao Felix. And then Maresca was definitely not in favor of Joao Felix at all. And now, with all the attacking talents that we have and the players that we've brought in as well this summer window, yeah, Joao Felix's career at Chelsea is over. Benfica, let's make this happen. Let's give us the money. We need these outgoings, man. I think this is probably what's stalling us from getting Xavi Simons and Jorel Hato. I still believe Jorel Hato is going to be a here we go anytime soon. But outgoings, man. We need the outgoings to happen ASAP. Those that represented Chelsea in the Club World Cup are due back to Cobham on August 4th, 4 days before the Bayer Leverkusen friendly. So August 4th is just a couple of weeks away. Really is a couple of weeks away. Estevao Willian will also begin training with the new teammates on that day. So August 4th, ladies and gentlemen, Estevao Willian, the anticipation is that he's going to be joining Chelsea Football Club. He's also obviously represented Palmeiras in the Club World Cup, so deserves a holiday. And yeah, cannot wait. Cannot wait for Estevao Willian to join Chelsea 4th of August. We're all going to be glued in, and we're going to be awaiting all of those pictures from the training ground to see how Estevao Willian is doing and how he's performing. Don't expect him to start immediately for Chelsea Football Club, but some minutes off the bench, and then eventually I think he will become a big player for Chelsea. I think this is where we have to praise once again our directors, our owners. We've got ourselves a proper gem. That goal he scored against us in the Club World Cup and his entire tournament in the Club World Cup, he showed how important he is for Palmeiras. And that goal he scored against us from that angle, oh my God. This kid's got some amazing talent. There's no two ways about that, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely no two ways. I think he's going to light up the place at Stamford Bridge. Cannot wait for him to start. Now, last but not least, let's see if there's anything else that has dropped since we started recording. Just in case there's some mad news that dropped. No, nothing as yet. Let's have a look at PYS to see if there's anything there. All of these aggregators, making sure that there's no other latest news. No, that is it. It's been very quiet in regards to Xavi Simons and Jorel Hato. So let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And let me know your thoughts about Kenan Yıldız. Until next time, take care. See you.